They say children are the purest forms of innocence. But what happens when that innocence turns into something unimaginable? A crime so shocking, so incomprehensible, that it sends waves of terror across an entire community. Today, we unravel the chilling story of a 10-year-old middle school girl who committed the unthinkable, taking the lives of 15 classmates and a teacher for fun. This tragic story begins in the quiet town of Riverbend, Minnesota, a small community where everyone knew each other by name, the kind of place where neighbors left their doors unlocked and children played outside until the streetlights came on. The morning of April 14, 2022 was no different. Students at Maplewood Middle School, a modest campus tucked away in the heart of town, were excited for another day of classes. The hallways buzzed with energy as kids laughed and chatted, some finishing homework, others sharing stories about their favorite TV shows. But by the time the final bell rang, 16 lives were tragically cut short in one of the most horrifying cases in modern history. And the alleged perpetrator? Not an armed stranger or a troubled adult, but a mere 10-year-old girl, whose actions would leave even seasoned investigators struggling to comprehend the depths of her cruelty. Her name cannot be disclosed due to legal protections for minors, but for the sake of the story, we'll refer to her as Emily. At first glance, Emily seemed like an ordinary child. She lived in a modest home just a few blocks away from the school with her parents and older brother. Teachers described her as bright and curious, excelling particularly in math and science. She had a knack for solving puzzles and often kept to herself during group activities. But underneath her quiet exterior was a deeply unsettling side that only a few of her classmates had glimpsed. Some students recalled that Emily would sometimes make chilling remarks during class, joking about violent scenarios. Others said she enjoyed watching videos of wild animals hunting their prey, claiming she found them fascinating. Most assumed it was harmless curiosity, just a kid with a vivid imagination. However, her closest friends noticed subtle red flags. She reportedly had an obsession with winning, often becoming furious when she lost games. One classmate later revealed that Emily once said, "Sometimes I wish I could control people like chess pieces." It was a statement no one took seriously at the time, but in hindsight it painted a dark picture of what was to come. It all began during the lunch break on that fateful day. Witnesses say Emily appeared cheerful, laughing with friends and even sharing her snacks. But underneath that facade, she was harboring a sinister plan she had been crafting for weeks. Emily had brought a concealed knife from home, a weapon she'd secretly taken from her family's kitchen drawer. The plan was methodical. She waited until recess, a time when supervision was minimal, to put her plan into action. Witnesses described how Emily approached her first victim, a close friend we'll call Lily, and invited her to a secluded area behind the school's storage shed. "I have something really cool to show you," she reportedly said. Unaware of what was about to happen, Lily followed her, only for Emily to strike moments later. She acted with alarming precision and speed, targeting vital areas with the kind of detachment that investigators later said was terrifyingly calculated. Over the next hour, Emily continued luring her classmates one by one to the same location. Her approach was eerily consistent, an invitation to see something special followed by a brutal attack. The teacher, Mrs. Annette Caldwell, was among the final victims. She had gone searching for the missing children after noticing their absence from the playground. When she found Emily, her hands bloodied and clothes disheveled, she tried to intervene. Emily's response was as cold as it was horrifying. She reportedly said, "I'm not done yet," before turning on the teacher. When authorities arrived, the scene was nothing short of chaotic. Children were screaming, some in shock, while others hid in classrooms, terrified of what they had heard. Emily was found sitting in the school hallway, staring blankly at the wall. When officers approached her, she calmly handed over the weapon and said, "I was just curious." It was a statement that sent chills through everyone in the room. As investigators combed through the scene, the tale of Emily's actions became increasingly disturbing. Her search history revealed a pattern of morbid curiosity. Terms like how to kill quickly, weak points in the body, and how to stay calm under stress were all found on her family's computer. But perhaps the most chilling discovery was Emily's personal diary. In it, she had detailed every step of her plan, from selecting her targets to deciding the order of her attacks. Next to each victim's name, she had written a reason: too loud, boring, or simply wanted to see how they'd react. The level of premeditation stunned even the most experienced investigators. Riverbend was a town in mourning. Vigils were held nightly at Maplewood Middle School, with parents, teachers, and students leaving flowers, candles, and handwritten notes at the entrance. The tragedy left a scar on the community that would never fully heal. For Emily, the legal system faced a moral and ethical quandary. At just 10 years old, she was too young to be charged as an adult, but her actions were far from those of an innocent child. Ultimately, she was placed in a high-security juvenile facility, where she underwent extensive psychological evaluations. Experts described her demeanor during interviews as detached and unrepentant. One psychologist noted, "It's as if she viewed the entire event as an experiment, devoid of any emotional connection to her victims." What could drive a child to commit such unspeakable acts? Experts have struggled to pinpoint a single explanation. Some believe Emily may have suffered from a severe personality disorder, one that went undiagnosed due to her young age. Others suggest environmental factors. Was she exposed to violence at home? Did she experience neglect or abuse that warped her understanding of right and wrong? Then there's the possibility of a genetic predisposition to violence, a controversial theory that raises more questions than answers. Emily's fascination with control and power was a recurring theme in her psychological evaluations. One professional noted, "She didn't see her classmates as people. To her, they were pieces in a game she was determined to win." This case serves as a grim reminder of the importance of mental health awareness, even in children. It also raises pressing questions about the juvenile justice system and how society should handle cases where the perpetrator is too young to face traditional legal consequences. As Riverbend continues to heal, the tragedy of April 14th, 2022, remains a haunting chapter in its history. It's a story that challenges our understanding of innocence and forces us to confront the darker corners of human behavior. What do you think? Could anything have been done to prevent this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories that delve into the most chilling corners of human nature. Stay safe.